Well, at around 2 minutes to midnight last night, Hungarian Prime Minister Viktor Orban sent legislation to Parliament, which, if enacted, opposition MPs say will consolidate his control in Hungary, his power in Hungary, even if he loses the election in 2022. Now, the first part of the legislation deals with LGBT rights and really is cultural issues. It diminishes the rights of LGBT people to adopt and so on. It also gives strict interpretation of the meaning of the family and gender identity. But analysts say really this is about rallying his base and also about distracting from other elements of the legislation. The other part of the legislation really diminishes the scrutiny of how public money is spent. And opposition MPs also say that he's trying to stop opposition MPs from having electoral lists. So I caught up with Garvin Walsh, who's managing editor of Article 7, a group that investigates breaches of rule of law in Hungary and beyond.
If you're a coalition of parties, you can form a joint list, and that gets certain state funding. But each list gets a certain amount of state funding. What this legislation does is it makes it much harder for the opposition to manage to form two or three lists, because instead of having to have 27 names on the list for it to be recognized, they now need 50 names on the list. I think he's trying to protect himself in case he loses power. This looks like a series of laws used to reduce scrutiny on financial arrangements and reduce the possibility that institutions they've taken over get taken back by the opposition after an election. It's not the actions of a confident government that thinks it's going to win next time.